Hello, everyone, and welcome to IBC 2024. I'm here with my partner, Pavel Bajnar, and I'm Jordan Maltby, and we're here to present for Beam Transfer. This is a next-generation file transfer tool, globally accelerated for media and entertainment. So in order to understand what's so cool about this, we're going to take through a little bit of what's currently in the market. So currently we have about 4 different classes of file transfer tools. We have these sort of SaaS or web-based tools. And here we have some problems. We have file size limitations, we have speed limitations, and you're basically limited to all the things that you'd be limited to with a browser. Your other solution is your sort of VM server solution, where you have, a VM that you've set up. You've contracted a years-long contract with a specific application that has to run on that server. You then have to maintain both. But there's an implicit problem with this too. That server exists in a specific location, and you're limited to the resources of that server. So if that server only has a 1 gig NIC, no matter how file transfer accelerated it is, you can't go any faster than that. Other options, you have consumer-based platforms. You have Dropbox and Google Drive and stuff like that are really not geared towards large media files. They're really not geared towards dailies and things like that. They're really geared towards small files and being more consumer. And then, of course, we have our legacy tools, our FTPs, which were responsible for more security breaches than any other single thing in the entire media industry. And in addition to that, if that wasn't bad enough, it's also slow. So now we are going to create a next level product, a next level file transfer service that we are calling Beam Transfer. And this is going to have unlimited file sizes, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited cloud storage, unlimited number of files, maintaining the entire folder structure. It's globally accelerated. We have checksum verifications, making sure we're up to the highest standards of media and entertainment. And we have a simple pay-as-you-go structure. We try to make things as simple and easy to use for both enterprise customers as well as just everyday users. And if that wasn't cool enough, it's 40% cheaper than the nearest competition. And we are able to achieve bidirectional 10 gig speeds virtually anywhere in the globe. So how are we able to do this? Well, we're here, IBC 2024, at the Storj booth because we have built our next generation file transfer service on top of the Storj network, which means we can take advantage of over 20,000 cloud nodes and points of presence around the world to maximize our parallel speed and availability. And it also comes with lots of other implicit features too. Things like entire countries can go down without you losing your data. We can always be available. We can have next level security and, of course, global performance. And you'll hear a lot more of that from the from Storj itself, and also from the other speakers as well. So Beam Transfer is going to come packed with a bunch of awesome new features built in. So first, we're going to have something called dynamic packages. What does this mean? This means that we have, when I send you a package of a file, that package is editable. So you can add files to it, delete files from it, and actually use that as a method for camera to cloud workflows. So I could send to you essentially like an empty package, and then you could be adding a new day of dailies every day into the same package. And this is also great for enterprise customers that are trying to loop in a lot of remote productions. A built-in feature right now is recipient can actually see the upload status as it's uploading from their side. We like to say that the best call is the one that you don't get. And this has been a big pain point for almost all file transfer services, where you get, hey, is it uploaded yet? Hey, is it uploaded yet? Well, you get to see the progress as it's going. Very soon, we'll also be able to do advanced things like downloading as you upload, which means that for every bit of data that gets uploaded, on the other side, it can download almost in line at the same time. So like this bit finishes, this bit downloads, this bit finishes, this bit downloads. And that's going to be really, really fast and exciting, giving you the experience of a point-to-point or peer-to-peer transfer, but with infinite bandwidth and high-performance cloud storage in the middle. We can also maintain the entire folder structure. So not just uploading one file or many files, but also folders within folders within folders within folders. This is great for project backups for Avid and Premiere and things like that, where you want to be able to archive the entire thing all together. It's also great for dailies. As we mentioned before, checksum verification. This is obviously critically important for the film industry. Every time you're dealing with media, you're dealing with millions of dollars worth of assets. And so it's critically important that we have verification that every single bit of data that was uploaded has maintained perfectly in the cloud and was downloaded as well. And we check at the source in the cloud and when it's downloaded. Pause, resume, and stop. So this is file transfers can start, they can stop, we can resume them. Your computer can you can reboot the computer and pick up right where you left off. And so you're never stuck if something goes wrong. Cascading retries. This is actually really exciting and really cool. So basically, every time a file transfer, let's just say the internet cuts out or you yank the Ethernet cable, it'll try again in a second, and then it'll try again in 2 seconds, and then it'll try again in 5 seconds, then it'll try again in 10 seconds, then it'll try again in a minute. So every time you replug the cable back in or the network reestablishes, it'll automatically restart that transfer, which is perfect for set and forget stuff, like you're uploading terabytes worth of files for dailies and things like that. And file request links is very similar to dynamic packages. That's the methodology that we're going to be using. So basically, I send you an empty package, and then you can upload whatever you want into it over and over and over again. And this is perfect for recurring things like dailies and camera to cloud workflows as well. And so we're packing all of this power into a very, very easy to use, simple interface platform that should be powerful enough for enterprise users, but also simple enough that anyone can just pick up off the shelf in 2 minutes, be up and running, and have access to all of this under the hood power. But enough of talking. Let's show what we're talking about. So I'm going to turn the mic over to my partner here, Pavel, and he's going to take you through some of the speed and performance stuff that we've been able to achieve.
Right. Hi guys, welcome again. Thank you for coming. We'd like to show you the performance of our tool. So we are going to upload a couple of files, general scenario, and you can see the speed we can achieve. We are able to do it because of the power of the Storj. They're decentralized network, globally accelerated. You see that in the couple of seconds, we're right now reaching a speed of 1.117 gigabytes per second. You hear me right? It's a gigabyte per second on 10 gigabit network. If we would run it on the more capable network, we would probably reach the higher speed that's coming soon. You can see that we are downloading multiple files in parallel, decent speed. And as we finish the small files, we will move to the bigger one, which you see on the 20 gigabytes files. And there was no drop in the connection. We just smoothly continue from the big one to small one. So you can see how kind of solid the performance is. And you can go to smaller files as well. There is, of course, the limit. Once you reach tiny files, the performance would hit, but we are doing our best and dynamically adjusting our parallelism to handle this situation. So we just finished uploading about 70 gigabytes of file within a couple of seconds. Another use case beside the download upload is the downloading the data. So I just received this package from my colleague. I need to download it. I'm going to open it in the Beam Transfer. Here I see the package I received. That's, by the way, the same we just uploaded. It has 74 gigabytes. I will check if that have all the files. That looks good, and I can download it right away, or I can add it to my packages, which means that I add it to my library. It's there, and I can download it anywhere. So here you see it's in my packages. These are my long-term packages which I uploaded. This is the one I added, and if I want, I can just go and download.
Yeah.
Right.
And another thing to note here is that your packages are linked to your account, which means that someone sends you a package, you can hold on to it for a good deal of time and then be able to download it whenever you want. So it's not, links can expire, but you can also, because we're on top of this amazing Storj cloud storage, we are actually incentivizing you to keep your files in the cloud for longer, and you can actually use it as a long-term archive, downloading that material and resending it and sending shares whenever you'd like.
Perfect. So another thing we'd like to show you, and Jordan already mentioned it, is the visibility. It's a transparency about what's going on. You quite often send a package to someone else, and he gives you a call. Hey, it's done. No, it's 2 hours to go. Here you see that we was able to, while one party is uploading, to share a link with. We just added into the packages this package, and the receiving party can see what's going on. What is the status of the upload? And there is no unnecessary call.
Yeah, exactly. Like we could say, I'll say it again. The best call is the one you don't get. In post-production, everyone is going way too fast and dealing with way too much stress. And we want everything to move as smoothly as possible, and you want your tools to just work. So, moving on from here. So, as you can see, there's a lot of power under the hood here and a lot of performance, and this sets us up perfectly for high-end media workflows, from set to edit workflows to set to archive workflows. And this is a key differentiator here. So a lot of file transfer services, you send a package, you send a file, it's downloaded, it goes away. But because we're on top of Storj's, very cost-effective and high-performance storage, we actually can incentivize you to leave the files in the cloud for longer. So you can use this as a camera to cloud workflow, leave the files within the app for a long period of time, and then when you need to go do your visual effects pulls or send things to color halfway around the world 6 months later, files are there, accessible, ready to go. This is also a perfect tool for multi-production organizations. So this would be like an organization where you have a centralized home base, but you have a bunch of remote productions going on at any given time around the world. And you need to get all that data back to your facility in, let's just say, Los Angeles. You can just centralize and manage all that. So global asset collaboration, we've already talked about this. We can send files at top speeds anywhere in the world, all around the world, without limiting bandwidth. And this is also perfect for, as Pavel said, visual effects pipelines, because it's optimized for not just large files, but lots and lots of small files as well. So we get equal speed for large folders of image sequences as well as for large media files. And like I was mentioning, we can use this as project archive backup and large file media file distribution. So here's the basic go-to-market, basic business model. You get 10 gigs worth, 10 gigabit speeds bidirectionally for only 10 cents per gigabyte downloaded. Doesn't cost you anything to upload, and to leave things in the cloud, it only costs 10 bucks a terabyte. And this is a completely turnkey solution. You can have this set up within about 2 minutes and immediately have a high speed, high performance camera to cloud and file transfer service. So I'd be remiss if I didn't do a little bit of mention about why we're here today. We're here at the Storj booth, and I want to talk a little bit about Storj as a platform. A lot of people think of Storj or S3 as just a cloud storage endpoint, but I think that this can demonstrate that using Storj as a foundational layer to build your application upon is immensely powerful. It immediately globalizes all the media that goes through the platform. It immediately creates global high performance. It immediately creates next level security, next level availability, and actually the infrastructure itself allows for a lot of things that would normally be added features or even added applications. And because of our relationship with Storj and how we've been able to collaborate with them, it's just been a wonderful experience, and we've been able to build this really next generation app with not as much resources as one of the bigger companies, let's say. And Pavel, you tell them a little bit about your experience working with.
I would be more than happy to tell you.
With Dominique.
I had a luck to have an experience with the Storj prior the Beam Transfer on the different projects, and overall on multiple projects. And I can express honestly my great satisfaction with the support they're giving to developers. As a developer, I can tell that sometimes you are struggling with some responses, rate limits, or any stuff, even documentation. And having access, having a capability to speak with the developers, the creators, the people behind the business, it's tremendously helpful. And I had it from the very beginning, not from the moment when we start having some traction, but from the very moment when we wanted to integrate the stuff and like, hey, wanna jump on the call? Yeah. What's your question? Yeah. Well, I'd like to know about this, and It was very smooth, and thank you.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
From the beginning, Storj went out of their way to be not just a provider to us, but a partner to us, and that's allowed us to build this tool for media and do the things that we really love and care about, which is allowing people to share a little bit of who they are with the world and tell their stories, and that's why we all got into the media industry to begin with. So that's our presentation for now. We have a website. We'll be launching a public beta in the next few weeks, and we'd be very excited to get lots of people on board and hear your feedback. And for now, if there's any questions,